Hey guys, so have been asked since my last email. I have been asked by several people how to set up a Shopify store, so I thought I would go that over with you today. The first place you want to go to, because it's really simple to set up a Shopify store. You go to shopify.com and you select Get Started. So when you press Get Started, you can see that you have a free 14-day trial of Shopify, and you can actually use that 14-day trial to see what the Shopify is for you. When I first started, I did make a few sales in my first 24 hours, so it is possible to make sales in your first 24 hours. And of course, if you want any help or advice with that in making sales, then I can certainly guide you and put you in the right direction on how to actually start getting sales. So the first thing you would do is you would enter an email address, and then password. Now your store name, it could be anything, so I wouldn't really focus too much on this because you can always change it later. But for your store name, think of something that is catchy, that is easy to remember. So let's say we start with best discount deals, and it will tell you whether or not the store is already taken. It's available, so that will be my store name, best discount deals, and then you press create store. Now the thing with Shopify is that you can sell low priced items, high priced items, but if you're wanting to just start with a few sales, then I would recommend that you start with low price items just so you can get sales running through your store. And you would find that the reason why you would do that is because Facebook, when you use ads to promote your products on your store, Facebook remembers that data, and using that data helps you to get more sales. So there are tricks and tips that I have learned along my journey, which I'm happy to share with you if you do get in touch with me and you do want my mentorship and coaching. Now, are you already selling? You can choose whichever one you want. You can say, I'm selling, but just not online. So you want to bring your products online. How much revenue does your business currently make? Just say, I'm just getting started. Are you setting up a store? No, you're not. And you need an address so you can get paid. So just basically enter your details. Now, if you are in the US, or if you are in any country other than the US, UK, Australia, and New Zealand, then you can set up a Shopify store, but there are different ways that you can get paid, and there are different platforms that you can use to get paid, which I will go through with you as we continue. All right, so I'm just entering some bogus information here. Business or personal website. You don't need a business or personal website, so that's fine. Okay, they said they want a valid telephone number, so okay, we'll just give it some time for it to create the store. All right, so you've just started your Shopify store. Your trial has just started. The trial starts from the time that you set up your Shopify store. So within 14 days, you are able to hit the ground running to upload products to your store and get selling. Now, it probably does take about, I would recommend that you commit a full day to setting up your Shopify store, to researching products and to getting products in your store. Of course, if you need any help with researching products, I can recommend free training that would help you with that. Or if you need any help in what type of products to do for your store, then by all means, you have my contact details where you can reach out to me. way, and I can give you some advice as to what I have used and the research methods that I have used that would help you in uploading products to your Shopify store. So let's just start. It says your trial has started. Select a plan. Now, after 14 days, there are 3 options that you can use, or sorry, rather select to start your Shopify, to continue paying your Shopify plan. You can use your basic, start with your basic Shopify store. This gives you credit card rates at 2.2% plus 20 pence or staff account. So of course, the higher the plan, you can see that you get better rates with Shopify. So let's say for the purpose of this one that you will start with $29 per month. So it's just basically $29 per month, which you can run your Shopify store. And once you get sales, you would find that the store actually pays for itself. Okay, now just some basic things that you would need when you are starting your Shopify store. I would recommend just going through all these settings. So if you don't have a business name, or you are just starting and you don't even have a business, that's fine. You can leave that out. That's no problem. But the reason for that there is, once you do start making sales and you hit maybe 10,000, 20,000, Shopify will ask you for your business details just to make sure that you are legal, because as you are aware, once you have a business set up and you have that type of income coming in, you do need to pay taxes. Okay, so here in the we use, because you can actually decide whether you are going to promote your store or where you are promoting your store. I would recommend always promoting your store starting with the US. The US, they have, they're a first world country one, and you'll find that most of once you start doing research in the type of products that you want to promote, Facebook is very helpful when giving you an audience to select in the US. So start off with the US. The US, I don't know, they spend their money on many things that, would blow your mind sometimes. They are the shoppers. They are the ones who spend their money. So I would recommend starting there first. And then once you have an item that is selling well, you can always scale out or promote that product to different countries as well. Okay, now for your payments. Okay, now you can see that your store accepts credit cards, Shopify payments. Basically, what this means is that Shopify gives you a platform where you can ask your customers to pay by credit cards. And once they pay by credit card, Shopify takes that money. They would deduct their transaction fee and then send you the rest of the money. So there are different payment gateways or platforms that you can use in getting your Shopify store up and ready to receive purchases. You can go right ahead. If you are in the US, Shopify payments is available to you. You can also use PayPal. Now, with PayPal, you would find that there's a lot of noise about PayPal and PayPal shutting down your account if you reach a certain threshold in terms of the amount that you can spend. But there's actually a way that you can reduce that risk of having your PayPal account shut down if you notify PayPal beforehand how much money you are expected to receive in your Shopify store. So you can always, if you have a PayPal account, make sure that it is a business account, because once PayPal sees money constantly coming into your account, they're going to be concerned and they're going to ask you for documents. So make sure that it is always a PayPal business account and not a personal account. There are other platforms that you can use. Again, if you are not in the US, for example, or not in one of the top 3 countries, US, UK, Australia, or Canada, then you'll find that there are other payment methods that you can use. So these are the other payment methods that you can use. But note that these services do take your customers out of your store. So sometimes, especially when you are selling a product, you want to appear to be legitimate and in order. So when you take a customer outside of your Shopify store to another payment provider, they may not know who that payment provider is, and you would find that you have a lot of abandoned sales. So you want to avoid that. So if it is, for example, Shopify payments isn't available, you can always use the alternative PayPal, because PayPal seems to be the easiest option for most people who are setting up a Shopify store and who do not have that option to set up Shopify payments. Okay, the next section is checkout. What I would recommend is that accounts are optional. Customers will have the option to create an account if they want to. So just make it very easy for the customer. You don't want anything holding them back from making that sale. You require their first and last name, so you can post the item to them. You can leave that as hidden. That's if they have a company, or maybe you can put that as optional because they may have a product that they want shipped to their company instead. Address line you can leave optional. Phone number. Now I always put phone number as required, and the reason why I do that is because if you have a customer who abandons a checkout or who leaves a checkout without paying, you want to be able to get in touch with that customer and find out why. Sometimes you may want to verify that an order is genuine as well. So I always put the phone number as required. For this section, while the customer is checking out, you can use the billing address as shipping address by default. You can, I always select by default customer agrees to receive promotional emails, because then what they would have to do is that they have to take that extra step to opt out. And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to be able to provide further marketing emails to your customers. So by default, they agree to receive promotional emails, and you will be building up your list each time a sale comes through. After an order has been paid, do not fulfill automatically, because you can fulfill those automatically yourself. Now, additional scripts is where you would put like coding to track sales. You would find that this part is where you would put your Facebook pixel. And in another video, I can speak about Facebook pixels, and that's where you will put that pixel to track every sale that is coming through. So if you have different ad setup, you would know which ad is giving you the sale. Now, one thing that's very important is that you must have a refund policy, a privacy policy, and a terms of service. And the reason for that is because if you do not, then Facebook will shut down your store. They want to know that they always have the customer in mind. So they want to know that the customer knows what your refund policy is, what your privacy policy is, and what your terms of service are. And you can always use Shopify's own templates and simply modify it if you want to, so that it fits your own store. Now, the next thing that's very important with your Shopify store is importing products into your store. I mean, you can go through these separately if you want to. If you need any help in going through any of these, by all means, I will leave my details below, or if you're receiving this by email, you have my details, you can always reach out to me. But the next thing that's very important is importing products into your store, because at the end of the day, you're setting up this store to promote a product. Now, the different type of products that you can promote, you will be promoting products that people want to buy, and I will show you in another video how to actually find those products that people want to buy, because it's a very simple method that you use. I try to keep everything simple, and at the end of the day, you want something that has already sold that you can sell as well, so it becomes easy for you to sell. The name of the game is keeping everything simple, so it's not very hard to find a product that has already been sold and is already a winner. And once you have found that product, you can add that product to your store by just simply clicking adding product, and it will take you to another page where you can simply do up a title, description, get your images, and set your pricing. Just 1 minute. Set the price that you want for your store. And I will show you where you can actually go to get these products. And we actually use a process called drop shipping, which is a method where you do not need any inventory to actually sell an item. So for example, some e-commerce stores, they have lots of products that they store in a warehouse. Now, for most people, that's not convenient. No one wants to have, to build a warehouse and buy all this stock up front, because they may not have the capital to buy that stock up front. And that is why it's so much easier with the drop shipping, because what drop shipping is that you find a supplier and the supplier actually sends the product to your customer. So it makes it a lot easier for the person who owns the store to just simply receive payments from their customers, and then once they have those payments, they use that money to then go to the supplier, pay the supplier to send those products to their customers. Now, I'm just going to go through a website where most people get their products from. Now, this is a Chinese supplier, and there are suppliers in the US, but of course, with the US, the wholesale price of the item may be a lot more, so you would find that you would have to pass that price over to the customer, thereby inflating your own price. But a really good source of products is from AliExpress. You can also use, if not AliExpress, you can also use a company called Alibaba.com. They are both linked in the same way, except with AliExpress, whilst you are purchasing an item from the supplier actually goes to the factory. And when you go directly to the factory, your cost is also reduced. So you can use either one of those, but the prices are still within a decent range so that it can help you keep your costs at a minimum, and therefore avoid passing on that cost to your customer. So let's say, for example, AliExpress has over hundreds of thousands of products that you can get at wholesale price and then mark it up to make a decent profit, and put that on your store. So let's say, for example, you are in the horse niche. Let's say you want to sell horse watches. Now, you would find that with the Shopify and the type of products that you want to sell, you do not want to sell items just like jewelry. Jewelry is such a broad item. People already go to Pandora's, they go to different Tiffany's, they have their own jewelry store that they will go to. But what you will find is that there are stores who do not tap into someone's passion. And what you would learn is that Shopify stores, they tap into people's passions. What are people passionate about? A lot of people are passionate about horses, so you can actually cater to that person's passion and sell them an item that they would buy. Maybe they want to wear it close to their heart. Maybe it's something that they want to wear on their person. So you have like different products from AliExpress. I'm just going to give my computer some time to render because it's a bit slow. But you have that time you have that opportunity to tap into somebody's passion and sell that item to them. So one of the examples that I have used in this instance is the horse niche. And let's say you want to sell a watch. Let's take this watch, for example. This has 89 feedback score with 113 orders. So that's really good. Your price is I just saw it at 5 something. So it may be $347 plus shipping. Let's just take a look at what this says. Okay, again, I don't know why my computer is so slow. But let's say, for example, you decide that you want to promote this product and you want to bring it into your store. Then the price, like I thought, is $347, and then in order to ship it to the US, You want to make sure that it gets to the customer in as short time as possible. You don't want to get it there in 20 to 39 days because people in the US are not accustomed to these long shipping times. What I would recommend that you use is e-packet, which is this. It may cost a little bit more, $1.99 to send it to your customer, but it gets to your customer in 12 to 20 days. Sometimes it gets there in a shorter period of time. The least I have seen is 5 days, so it can get there a lot quicker. So I would always recommend using e-packet if you're selling a retail item. So look at this. Your cost to sell this product is $5.46. This is a decent quality item. It has 5 stars, 12 feedback scores at 5 stars, and no feedback scores at the other stars. 113 orders. This trader has a 98.2%. So you can expect that this product is going to be a really high quality item. You can actually, if you are buying it for $5.46 with shipping, you can actually mark this up to $26. And that is a profit margin of, let me just see, I'm not very good with maths, but if you are buying it for $5.46 and let's say you want to sell it at $26, then that is a profit margin of $20 in your pocket. And then obviously there are ads that you would need to pay for, but let's say Facebook charges you maybe $5 in order to acquire that purchase. So that's $15 in your pocket, and that is how you make the profit with Shopify. So you buy a product wholesale, mark it up to a decent retail price, sell it retail to the customer, pay Facebook for their ads, pay the supplier for his product. You don't have any inventory. The supplier sends that product directly to your customer. You can tell the supplier not to include any promotional invoices on there. So when the customer receives that package, it does not show any signs of having come from China. So that is the benefit of having this type of model for people who do not want to hold inventory. So I would recommend going to AliExpress to import products into your store. Now, just going back to the store that we have created, now sometimes it can be a bit tedious to copy and paste the images from AliExpress and bring it into your store. You really don't want all of that. So there is an app, which if you go here, called Oberlo, which helps to import products into your store, and it's very simple to use. Here it is. It does come free, so there are plans which you can use for free. So again, no cost to you. So what people do is they start getting a few sales, then the profit that they make, they then use that profit and put it into different apps to help benefit their store and to grow their business. So I would recommend using Oberlo, which you can, and this is what I have here. So I have the, this is the, the Google Chrome extension, Oberlo, which when you are in AliExpress and you want to import this product, you simply click on that, push this product to Oberlo, and Oberlo will upload it to your Shopify store automatically. So it eliminates any amount of time that you have to put into actually copying and pasting description. Quite simple to use. So let's just go back. So that's one of the apps that I would recommend that you have. Another app that I would recommend that you have is the product reviews app. So you can actually show, because most of the times people want to see that other people are buying the product. Social proof is huge in Shopify. They want to be able to trust your store. So there are a few different knickknacks that you can, or tips and tricks that you can implement into your store to help it to be successful. And I have followed the training that has been provided to me through Techademics, and that is how I was able to create a successful Shopify store, generating over $7,000 in February Even though I started in November, for me it took some time, but your journey is different. Everybody's journey is different, so it may take some time for you, but if you stick with it, you will always see those results. So that's one of the two apps that I would recommend that you import into your store by simply going to apps, come here, and then you go to the app store, and you simply select get, and that will push this app into your store automatically. Okay. Any other things at this time that I would recommend that you check out? I mean, I've gone through general. You simply just go through each of these settings here. It really doesn't take a lot of know-how or technicalities to understand how to do Shopify, but once you have created your store, then you can start moving on to importing products into your store. You import the products through AliExpress. I've showed you the app to use to import those products into your Shopify store from AliExpress. And once you are ready to promote store, one thing that I should show you actually is themes. It's very important that you have the theme, because sometimes themes can affect your conversion rate. You want to set it up in such a way that it looks professional. One of the themes that I used that I thought was really good, these themes are actually, some of the themes are free. So you see how Shopify is giving you the opportunity to create a store for no money down, and once you start building out your store and getting those sales and your profit, you can use that money to then put back into your business. But one of the themes that I would recommend here, which I found very useful, is the supply theme. You simply click on supply and install supply, and then once you have installed that, I'll just go through with you what you do once you have installed it. Okay, so once the theme is installed, you can then go to customize your theme, and you're customizing your theme so that you can take some time to see how it helps your users get some they're able to navigate your site properly. So with the themes, it gives you different settings, so you can upload your images, you can add your text, your collections. So that's once you have products in your store, you can add your collections here, and you can add different prices. Now I would recommend, once you have pulled the products from AliExpress, they would all populate here. But let's say, for example, you want an image here, then I would recommend that you use a free image, not one where there are any copyright issues, and you can actually go to Unsplash, that is www.unsplash.com, which provides you with free images that you can use there. You can also just customize your theme here by adding whatever images and text, so how it is going to look to your customers. So you can do whatever you want here, and if you need any help, again, please reach out to me. So I hope that this lesson just gives you a better idea as to how to set up Shopify, and it has helped me generate revenue in $7,000 in February. And if you want some guidance as to how you can do that, how you can tap into this e-commerce platform. Now, e-commerce is $1 billion industry. Many stores, if you look on e-commerce, if you Google e-commerce, you would find that many stores are actually, they no longer want to have brick and mortar stores, and they're actually transferring to online, because everything is about online shopping, and you can actually tap into that to get a piece of the pie. So I hope that this video just gives you some guidance as to how to set up a store, and shows you how easy it is to set up a Shopify store. If you have any questions and you would like a bit more help, then please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for watching my video to the end, and see you on the next one.